Hi everybody, this is Rook. Welcome to the table. Unveiling my first base cam video. I got the setup behind me, everything's set up, so I was like, let's just shoot the first one. So I wanted to introduce myself personally to you guys. Thanks everybody that's been supporting me so far. Just wanted to make a quick video because I recently attended New York Comic-Con, attended the YCS remote duel. This was a North American tournament for both Yu-Gi-Oh! And there was a speed duel event as well as Duel Links. I attended the speed duel event, and I just wanted to share my experience and how that went. So this was a North American event, so Jinzo was not legal in the speed duel constructed. I registered on Thursday, which was the 8th. It ran from Thursday to Sunday, and it said 10 to 6, so that's great. I really couldn't tell how they were going to run the events. It was very vague. Just said 10 to 6, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So, I work during the week, so I was going to sign up just to sign up and register, so maybe I could be a part of something on the weekend. Obviously, I was going to have to forfeit whatever happened Thursday and Friday. And so then Thursday comes along, and I'm working, and I just hop in the Discord, and I say hi to Cursive and Terra Master, and there's like 6 of us, around like 11 a.m. Eastern time, getting ready. Meanwhile, they're doing Winamat and Structure Deck. There's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Structure Deck that was out. As well as Duel Links, and I think there were a couple other events, all remote, all in one particular Discord. So there were probably 200 people online, offline, and then there were like 11 speed duel people. So it ended up being a really fun remote event. So how it worked was they waited until they had at least 4 people, and then at the top of the hour they started. So the first speed duel constructed tournament ended up starting at 11 a.m. Eastern on Thursday. There were 15 in total. So the first one, I was registered for it. I was under the impression that if you registered, you were kind of registered for the whole weekend, but you had to re-register each event. And for Speed Duel Constructed, it was $6 to get in. So I paid my $6. 11 o'clock rolls around. They get the tournament started with about 5 people. And I'm working, so I'm ready to forfeit. But I'm just keeping an eye on it. And I realized that I had a bye in the very first round. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'll take it. I found out shortly after that it's single elimination. So I think Terra Master got screwed on that, and he got knocked out really early on the first one. So I had the bye, I'm just doing my stuff. Check back in. Round 2's posted. I have another bye. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm doing really well so far in the New York Comic-Con YCS. And so I wait for round 2, and then round 3 gets posted. And it's the finals. It's already the finals. Because like I said, there's like 5 or 6 people. And it's against Cursive. And so I'm like, hey guys, all right, I'm going to go on lunch really quick. And I hop in the Discord for the 3rd round. I use Dark Moth. This is the first time I actually could use the cards. The cards that I had traded for and I made the deck profile for. Everything I've been doing has been on dueling books. So haven't really done too many remote duel tournaments. And this was the first one where I could actually use those cards that I traded for. So I used the Dark Moth deck, played against Cursive, and I won. It was very close. It went to game 3. I think he was playing Conflict Warrior, but it's a little bit of a struggle without Jinzo. Like I said, this is North American, so there was no Jinzo to deal with, which is why Moth kind of flourished a little bit more, I think. He was either playing Conflict Warrior or Moth. But anyway, so I won the first constructed speed duel event for the New York Comic-Con YCS. And all it took was playing one game against somebody that I've played a million times before. So if that says anything to you guys, it should say that register for these events, play more remote duels. It was actually really fun. I got on like a remote duel kick that whole weekend after doing that, just because, I have a secondary webcam and I just have it pointing down on my desk, and it was really easy. I know some people don't have that access to a webcam, or like they're trying to do the thing with their phone, but it was really, really fun. And so I think I registered for like 4 more tournaments throughout the weekend. I registered again later on Thursday, kind of when work was over, and I lost to, oh gosh, what's his name? MBT, I think he has a YouTube channel as well. And then on Friday, this was also kind of late in the day. It might have been 4 o'clock in the afternoon on a Friday. I had registered again, but this time I didn't want to play Dark Moth again. I wanted to play something different, and I played Gravekeeper Burn, which I also profiled probably a couple months ago. This is the one that I used in the summer before I built Moth. And I actually won that constructed as well. I think at that point we were on constructed number 5. So the prizes for winning a constructed event for Speed Duel at this Comic-Con YCS was, I think you get packs for entering. I think they're just Speed Duel packs. So I'm ready for like Attack from the Deep to come to me or something like that. Not Trials, of course, never Trials. And then you get tournament packs for winning, and you get a Speed Duel coin. It's a small coin, so I have 2 of those coming. We were speculating what it really looks like because they give you a picture. I'm going to put that on your screen. But if you look closely behind it, there's like a package, like there's 3 more in their packaging, and the package says Duel Links. So I'm just, it'll be cool to have whatever it is. I was hoping for something with Speed Duel inscribed on it because I know that from a collector standpoint, that's going to be worth something. I don't think it's going to have an inscription. But we'll see. So anyway, then I think Saturday, Sunday rolled around. I registered for maybe 1 or 2 more, and I got beat out by, let's see, I think there were a couple other people that play all the time in the communities that won. So a lot of people got coins. There was a coin for every constructed event, and there were 15. So it was kind of a grab bag, really. $6 to register, and if you're playing against maybe 2 people and you have a meta deck, there was a good chance you were going to win. So I put it on Twitter and made it look like I'm some supreme champion of the universe of Speed Duel, when really that was not the case at all. I just got lucky and I won 1 on my lunch break. So that was New York Comic-Con in a nutshell for Speed Duel Constructed. Another thing I'll say about the event, and this was 100% to be expected, was that it had a feeling of like they weren't paying enough attention. They were dragging their feet. Maybe in the Winnamats and the other regular Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG stuff, they were kind of more on their game. But there were maybe like 20 judges, and for Speed Duel, they dragged their feet with the pairings. They dragged their feet with starting the next rounds. I remember the very first constructed event, there were 3 buys, and then 2 people had to play each other. And these guys were in their first game, probably towards the end of their first game, and I was spectating when a judge came in and said, "Oh wait, we did the pairings wrong. You have to stop." So then they stopped the game, they repaired, and it was the same pairings. They had to play again. And they had already stopped their first game, so they had to start from scratch. It was just little things like that was like, oh, come on, you could have tightened that up a little better. I mean, also, it was all remote, and they were all trying to operate in a Discord, so I can understand kind of why maybe there was some scrambling and just trying to tighten things up at the last minute. I think that by the weekend they had a good flow, but the first couple were a little off-putting. But I don't want that to deter you guys from doing remote duels. In fact, so while that was my experience with New York City Comic-Con, another part of this video, another reason why I wanted to make this video, is because this inspired me to take a look at all the Speed Duel tournaments that are going on right now online in the community that you can be a part of. Especially, I'm gravitating more towards remote duels, because holding the cards in my hand was amazing. It was an amazing feeling after so long without being able to play anybody physically. So I just wanted to run a list by you of communities and Discords that are active and that are doing remote speed duels and dueling book speed duels. So if you check the link in the description below, you are going to see a catalog of Discord links. I'm going to start with the remote duels. There are 2 Discords right now that I keep an eye on for remote duels. One of them is the Alternate Universes Discord server. It's like it's a game store located in like Pennsylvania, and I swear to God, this guy Martin, he does like 8 speed duel tournaments a week. I swear, like it's the most involved store I've seen for speed duel. Like hats off to them. It's like almost, I get all the push notifications every time they're doing a tournament. Most of the time it's like at 2 o'clock in the middle of the day, and it's kind of tough for me, or maybe it's like right around 6 o'clock when I'm trying to put baby to bed and stuff like that. But hats off to them for consistently hosting tournaments. And for a while they were win-a-boxes, so you were winning a box each time. And I know that you get 2 tournament packs just for entry, so they're great. You want tournament packs? Let's go. You get in with the Alternate Universes. That link's in the description below. That's probably my favorite one to look out for right now. Another one that I was recently turned on to, and this is a game store, I think in the central US. I think that the Speed Duel server is called Farfa. It's called Fargo Yu-Gi-Oh! Community. That link's in the description below as well. They do remote Speed Duel tournaments also. They are based in North America, and I'm not entirely sure the frequency there. I've been invited to, I think, 2 so far, but that's another one that's kind of run out of a local game store that you can look out for. And then, let me run down the list of Discords that are currently active and doing dueling book tournaments. I'm looking at my Discord sidebar right now. Oh my God, there are so many Discords for Speed Duel right now. I think I'm staring at like 15, but they all do something just a little different. I don't know. I wish that maybe someday we can merge all these into one, because it's all the same community from a dueling book standpoint most of the time. But let me give you guys a rundown of all the Discords that are doing tournaments right now. Some of them are free entry with a prize. Some of them are paid entry, and I'm talking like $3 to $5 with a prize, top 8 cut, etc. First one on the top of my list is Cursive Yu-Gi-Oh's Discord server. He does tournaments pretty consistently, and he runs them pretty smoothly. I believe that they're usually like $3 to $5 entry, and I think the last one he did was in like August. So we're due for another one. He might do another one before the box comes out. Of course, when the box comes out, everybody's going to explode with tournaments, but check that one out. Judgment Gaming, also not as consistent, but he did do a dueling book tournament on the release of Jinzo that was kind of an all-day thing. I like those all-day things, some as opposed to like the 48 to 72 hours to play your opponent, if I have that day free, because by game 3 in a 48 to 72 hour, I start to like feel, it starts to nag at me a little bit. And especially if you're in like 4 or 5 of them, you are just like getting pinged by people that duel all the time. And I've had quite a few coin flips in the past 2 months just because I couldn't get to somebody, times didn't work, you know, they're 6 hours ahead of me, etc. But Judgment Gaming did one that was an all-day kind of thing, and I think he's based in the US also. It was like a 6-hour event, and of course it was on August 1st, which is when Jinzo came out, so keep an eye out for any additional stuff that he does. These guys are pretty committed to the speed duel format and pretty consistent with their tournaments. They just had one recently. These guys have a Discord, and they also have this crazy WhatsApp chat with like 200 people in it. Primarily Spanish speaking, but the tournaments are great. They are a great pillar of the community. All right, I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about a Lamb Lion, Aaron, and his reboot of the Speed Duel League community. That Discord is in the link in the description below, and he's been doing the Win-A-Boxes, similar to what Konjic did like a year ago. I think he's on Win-A-Box 3 right now. That is in progress at the time of this video. But the Win-A-Boxes have been a free entry, and you win a box. First place wins a box. I don't believe there's any prize for 2nd through 4th, etc. And lot of positive response coming out of those. I was talking to him the other day, and I was like, it's interesting that you made this free and it's Win-A-Box. And he just expressed how much he just wanted this community to stay together, how excited he was for the upcoming product, and how it's an invitation to, if you're not trying to play something meta, and you just want to play but you can't find anybody on Dueling Book at the time, just enter your cheese deck into this tournament, and you're guaranteed at least 5 rounds, because it is a free entry, so there's nothing to lose. All right, next is Tetra's server. Tetra is based in Italy, and he has tournaments pretty frequently as well, probably as frequently as the Win-A-Box we've seen. I've seen one every month from him. I'm currently in one of his right now, where it was like a $3, $5 entry, and first place wins the Trials of the Pharaoh, whatever the promotional pack is with Jinzo in it. So that caught my attention, and so I'm in that one. But he does stuff regularly too, so please check him out. And then the last one I want to mention is Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy. And this one is different from all the others in a sense that they probably spent, this is Terra Master Lucas Gaylord, they probably spent like 2 months curating a pool of additional cards outside the Speed Duel format, and they've created their own like advanced card pool format. That tournament is going on right now. They did launch their first one, I think it was a few days ago at the time of this video. But Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy. Also, they do regular Speed Duel stuff. I think that in the past they've also done GOAT and they've done Highlander. So they kind of branch out and do all sorts of wacky things. But right now they're doing this advanced card pool thing. It seems a little intimidating, but they do have like sample decks and like things that they think would have good synergy. And it's just like Speed Duel with a little extra whipped cream on top with some extra cards that are kind of predictions of what are coming in the box, but also what would kind of balance the meta away from Moth. So I thought that was cool of them. Check that one out also. All right, guys, and that's it. Yeah, I just wanted to show my face and tell you guys about the Comic-Con and about all these Discords and tournaments that we have. I'm just super pumped for the box. I know the box was pushed from November 20th. I think it's like middle of December right now. I know Cursive has a good video about the future of Speed Duel that kind of covers a lot of that. I'm just excited to play. I'm excited to play remotely. So yeah, check out Alternate Universe and Fargo for remote stuff. And guys, if you have a local game store that's doing remote stuff and they have a Discord, you let me know. Preferably based in the US so the time zones work, especially because I know they usually try and have a staff member at those events, so it's got to be like a one sitting thing. But I'd love to check those out. And yeah, that's it, guys. I'll catch you later. See ya.